Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot Pick Your Crystal weekly reading for February 6th through the 12th. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still kind of in my pendant phase. I think I might stick to this at least for a little while. I have a broader selection of crystals in pendants. So these ones are interesting. You have a green bloodstone. Okay, that's what I'm referring to. It's a lot of green in it, as opposed to this one, which is going to be referred to as this is a red bloodstone. This is going to be referred to as bloodstone circle, and this is going to be referred to as bloodstone square. And this one is a great little pendant. It has all of the chakra colors represented. And so this one is just literally going to be listed as chakra in the, looking for the timestamp below in the description box. And very quickly, I'll just remind people that if you're interested in a private reading, you can also find the information for that in the description box below. So here we go. Let's start with the green square bloodstone. Here we go. Okay, you've got the Five of Wands. I've got upside down cards here. You've got, sorry people, I'm turning them upside down myself. You've got the Hangman. You have the World. And you have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is really kind of lovely, almost like new beginning energy. So the Seven of Wands is often about, defending a position. I'm sorry, this is the Five. I'm sorry. This is about conflict, quarreling. Kind of having to stand your ground, having to push back. And that's okay, because you know what? Sometimes we absolutely have to do that in our life. Sometimes we have to say, enough. I'm tired of the arguing. I'm tired of the squabbling. I'm just simply going to make a decision, or this is simply how it's going to be, or this is what we're going to do. And that's sort of the energy here. It feels like anxiety. It feels like stress, annoyance. It just is an energy of, friction. That's okay. That is okay. Because sometimes, you need a little bit of friction to shake things up a little bit, right? You've got the Hangman, the World, and the Knight of Cups. So what this is talking about is, even though the situation this pertains to may be moving slowly, the beginning of it may have been delayed, throughout the process of that, you actually were able to, see things from a number of perspectives, maybe take into consideration something that hadn't been on your radar until very recently. But what that allowed for is it allowed for one cycle of your world to kind of come to a close, to lay it to rest. So that you can move forward into the Knight of Cups energy, which of course is lovely. It is about, love and romance and good news coming forward and, emotional blessings. So this reading is really talking about, okay, you kind of gone through all the crap here, okay? You've learned, recognized the wisdom or the lesson or the blessing that has allowed you or is allowing you or will allow you to put something already to rest so that you can be released, so that you can move forward. Okay. Now, this very well, because you've got the Knight of Cups here, this very well could be an emotional thing. Perhaps, there has been a situation that was just really troubling you, or really weighing heavy. And it feels as if that is about to, um, sort of find resolution, come to a conclusion so that it's time to move forward. And you're moving forward with the Knight of Cups, which is lovely, lovely, lovely energy. So there's, after this sort of turbulent period, you're going to a place of new beginnings and of new positive emotional energy. So this is terrific, right? Because it feels as if it is almost like a rebirth. It feels like it is a beginning in a direction that perhaps you had not thought of. And of course, this very much could, if you're talking about in terms of a relationship, this very much strikes me as, not, I don't want to necessarily say leaving a relationship, because I don't want to give anybody that kind of advice, sort of so generically, but it definitely feels like there has been time to evaluate what a relationship is, what it was, what it did. And with the healing, you find that resolution, and from that, you were able to move forward. So, lovely energy, definitely sort of that new beginning kind of energy for the square bloodstone. Okay. Now we're going to go on to this great little circle chakra pendant. It's just lovely. Okay, and by the way, please don't reach out to me and say, "Oh, I love that pendant. Where did you get it?" Because the answer is always going to be, "I don't remember." So, because I have a lot of them, and a lot of them were given to me as gifts. And so in that case, I couldn't even tell you where they originated from. Okay, so sorry. The circle chakra. What is the message for you from this? Let's see. It is the Six of Swords. It is the Page of Cups. It is the Ace of Swords. And it is the Ten of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, so the story this is telling is of a period of time that you are either going through or have entered into. Possibly that you have completed, but it feels more like this is a little bit more current. Six of Swords. This represents moving away from, sort of troubled, um, troubled waters. Okay, it is about moving into a place and space of harmony, of smooth sailing, of gentler energy. For some of you, it may even represent traveling across water, but certainly in this day and age of COVID, that seems a little dicey. But in any case, so this is an energy of moving into a gentler, calmer, more harmonious space and place and energy. The Page of Cups is, it's, there's news coming, there's happy news coming pertaining to this shift. Or perhaps it is because you have made the shift, you are able to receive the good news, you're able to hear it, you're able to accept it and welcome it into your life. The Ace of Swords is talking about, triumphing over something that perhaps has been a difficult period of time that you feel you finally are ready and prepared and able to kind of shift away from. This could also have to do with documents, legal documents, whether you are finalizing something or whether you are starting something. But ultimately, you end up in the Ten of Cups, which is, of course, that place of great emotional fulfillment, a lot of happiness, a feeling of, really being kind of pleased with where you are. It is about a happy home. It is about a marriage based on love. It is about even a new romance coming in that again creates that real sense of emotional fulfillment and happiness and contentment. So again, you have moved from or are moving from a difficult place. There's good news on the horizon. Things are going to be, they're going to find sort of a resolution. And from that is going to come a feeling of, I almost want to say satisfaction, a feeling of, you know, triumphing, of getting your way, of discovering your inner strength, of finally having mental clarity about whatever this represents. And now you are ready to move into a place and time and space where there is much more contentment and happiness. So this is a lovely progression, right? It shows sort of going from adversity to absolute happiness and triumph. Awesome. Absolutely lovely. And we're now going to look at the red bloodstone. It's going to be bloodstone circle. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Death. Don't panic. The magician. The Nine of Pentacles. And the artist. Okay. So first of all, you have 3 high arcana cards out of 4. Okay. So let's just start there. Also, for those of you who perhaps are tuning in for the first time or have not received the artist in one of your readings before, it is a card that has been put in place. It is in the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. There are 2 extra cards added, and the artist is about literally sort of opening up yourself to allow to be a vessel of creation. And you know, creation doesn't always mean painting or crafts. It could mean writing a book. It could be anything that gets your creative juices flowing, but recognizing that what this card represents is actually opening it up to the greater divine creative force and energy. So these 4 cards are telling a very, very nice story. They're saying, you know, you have been through a time and a period of transformation, whether that is, you know, a personal transformation, whether you have moved, whether you have started a new job. But the transformation, this shift, literally allowed magic to come into your world to help propel you forward on the next part of your journey. It's moving you towards a place where there is that sense of success, there is that sense of accomplishment, there is a sense of financial stability and security. And because it's the Nine of Pentacles, it has a feeling of kind of like doing it on your own or doing it for yourself or receiving it for you as opposed to something that you might have to like share. But whatever this is a really amazing energy because you go from this transformation to accepting the magic, to finding financial security, and ultimately to opening up yourself to a divine creative force. So, if you have had in the back of your mind perhaps a project you would like to start, this may very well be a good time. This transformation, though, is huge. This is not, you know, I changed the color of my nail polish or I, you know, painted my bedroom stuff. This is big transformation. This is, you know, really letting go of whatever you were carrying from before and moving into a place where you really are ready to accept not only your ability to manifest and bring what you want into being, but more your ability to accept the guidance and assistance from divine. And this is going to put you in a place of security and safety. And maybe it's because of that security and maybe it's because of that safety that you are prepared now to actually start exploring sort of, the creative knowledge, the understanding that is available to all of us if we would just slow down, connect with our soul energy, and move forward. So, once again, the energy of these readings, if you put all three of them together, they kind of do tell an evolving story. So that is what I know for the week of February 6th through the 12th. Thank you so, so much for being here. And I hope you have a wonderful, a transformative week ahead filled with blessings and joy. Thank you. Bye bye.